Hello, in this video we'll see what you can do when running YAG for the first time. I'm assuming you've already seen the YAG presentation video, so you know the main concepts, and I'm just going to guide you through the quick creation of some very basic content. The bottom of the screen will display the keys I'm using. So when running YAG for the first time, you should see this screen. If it's not already done, start by watching the presentation video to get an idea of what YAG is. The Getting Started video is next, and you're currently watching it. Then, even if I know nobody likes to read a boring PDF, I strongly encourage you to have a look at this one. It's short and contains details that are not covered in this video. Then, choose your keyboard layout and the language for the PDF documentation. Then, install the DLCs you need. They are and will remain free, but you still have to install them, otherwise you will see no content in YAG. It may take a bit of time though, but you only have to do it once. Finally, and most importantly, when lost, always come back to the help menu here. In particular, this home window gives you all the information and links you'll ever need, and the cheat sheet available here and here will give you all the existing keyboard shortcuts. Now let's have a very brief tour of the UI. Top left is the main menu. You can show or hide it using control space. Top right is the HUD, which gives you some useful information in real time. This panel on the right gives you the available controls in real time, both for keyboard and gamepad. For example, if I select a pawn, it will tell me what I can do with the selected pawn. The main menu is opening and closing windows. Two things are important here. First, some windows have a small expand and collapse button here, which will show or hide a more advanced panel. Second, some windows have a question mark button here, which will open the corresponding detailed PDF documentation. You can show or hide all the visible windows with the spacebar. Alright, we are now ready to start using YAG. We'll start with displacements. Hold your central mouse button and move your mouse to look around. Then use the standard WASD keys to move in the 6 directions. You can press Shift while moving to get a speed boost. And remember, it's all indicated here. We are now going to create a pawn, so let's open the content window. We'll start with a human pawn. Each button on this panel opens a tray containing many pawns. You can rotate a tray with the mouse wheel and drag it with the mouse. Basically, creating a pawn is just copy-pasting it from the tray to the scene using Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. Click on a pawn to select it. Press Ctrl-C. This will create a ghost glued to your mouse. Then press Ctrl-V as many times as you need. When finished, make a long click on the ground to remove the ghost and hide the tray by pressing Tab. To remove a pawn, double-click on this pawn to call the pawn window and delete it using this bin button, which needs to be enabled as a security to avoid misclicks. To move a pawn, select it, then hold a right-click. The pawn cursor will start following your mouse. Release the right-click to let the pawn reach its new destination. To rotate a pawn, hold R and it will start looking toward your mouse. And release R to keep the new direction. We're now going to arm this guy, so let's open a tray full of swords. To equip the pawn, select it, and while selected, Control-click the chosen weapon on the tray. Then let's check the left hand here to equip a shield in a similar way. To hide a weapon, double-click the pawn to show the pawn window, then uncheck the corresponding hand. In YAG, you cannot unequip a weapon, you just hide it until you need it again, or you replace it with another one. You can press the right arrow to see the attack animation and the left arrow to see the death animation. Left again will play it backward. Finally, let's give in a creature to ride. We have lots of horses in YAG, but let's use something else here. This large angry wolf will do. The wolf is a bit small for a human rider though, so we're going to rescale it by holding Y and moving the mouse up and down. Now select both the rider and the creature, press Z, and the rider will reach and mount the creature. To unmount, select the rider and press Z again. Let's now open the dungeon window to create a dungeon. Basically, a dungeon is a theme and some parameters that we can change individually. But in this video, we want to be fast, so we are going to use a one-click preset that will set up everything for us. So choose a preset, click the Apply button, done. We can now bring our knight to the dungeon there. Next, we'll create a terrain using the terrain window. Once again, we have a ton of options to change and edit our terrain, but we'll keep it fast and simple by using the one-click preset here. So once again, choose a preset, click the Apply button, done. So to sum up and show you how fast it can be, we're going to create a group of enemies. We'll choose goblins from this tray here, and we'll create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Then we are going to equip them with a pickaxe. We have them on this tray here. We have one on this tray here. And what I can do here is just select one goblin and press Ctrl A to get all the identical pawns. And once it's done, I just Ctrl click the pickaxe to equip them all at once. Now we are going to give them some giant spiders to ride. So we'll take this one, Ctrl C, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again, what I can do is just select a sample of each species, so to speak, and then press Ctrl A to select them all. And then I just have to press Z again, and each available rider will go ride an available creature. We can now rotate them and move them to go to battle if needed. We'll end this video with the save system. Open the settings window to get to the save panel here. Enter a name and click this button to save the current map. You can now see it in the list. To reload the default empty scene and start a new map, click this button, Reload Initial State. You can go back to the default view by clicking this button here. And to reload any of your maps, click its corresponding button. Alright, we'll stop here. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And if yes, as always, see you in the next. Thanks, bye.